Bangkok ChitChat. What's on?
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, or whatever, depends where you're watching us.
Hello.
Hello, he said it, Bangkok ChitChat, with me, Andy, and Andrew. And we're looking at what's up. Would you like that, Andrew?
No.
Keep your spottering on. What was it? The Highland Flings and the Hooter.
All right. Never heard that before.
Okay. Okay, what's on? All right, what's on? That's what we're doing. And actually, this is finished, but a good source said that they still have a few left.
All right, okay.
So what I'm talking about is retired bombs. There's a lot of questions unanswered, which you'll probably ask, but never mind.
Okay, all right.
Retired bomb squad dogs are up for adoption for a price of up to 10,000 baht. There's 81 of them. They're between 2,250 to 10,000 baht. That's the price that they're going to accept. They're German Shepherds and Labradors. They're going to be auctioned from the Army's Canine Academy in Nakhon Ratchasima. And the Army said that each dog is highly intelligent, obedient and friendly, as you can see from the picture. The dogs are retired canine attached to the military's Explosive Ordnance Disposal, EOD unit, whose presence was a common sight in the wake of the bomb attacks that have happened recently on August the 2nd. Now, my question is, how old are they? Because you know you get really you love your dogs, don't you?
Yeah.
And it's hard enough them only living to 12, 14 years of age, some not that much.
Yeah.
But these ones, they must be going towards their twilight years. It doesn't say how old these dogs are, but I would say at a guess, 7, 8.
Yeah.
And they've been used to a handler all their time. All right, they're definitely friendly and won't bite anybody, which is a plus. Whether they can give you total allegiance, having been in a canine unit for so long, I don't know.
Right.
But I would suspect they would make good pets.
I think
if you had a farm or somewhere like that where they can run around and enjoy
this is the big
themselves.
thing if you're living in Bangkok, is where to take your dogs to so they can run. With a lab. I used to have an Alsatian before, and I've had a lab.
You've had an alley?
Yeah. And
what colour was
fantastic. The lab was black.
Yeah. And the Alsatian?
Was Alsatian colour.
Well, you can. I thought he was going to say that. Like the tan and brown, dark brown.
Yeah.
Oh,
female,
lovely dogs. Was it ever got angry? Did it
no,
ever
I mean
turn
at that time where we were, there was space for the dog to run around, but not a lot of space. I mean, if you're US, UK, or whatever, you take a dog out for a walk on a lead for miles. Yeah.
And dog parks they have and everything else. Totally what they don't have
a little bit more
here.
difficult here.
Yeah.
But yeah, labs are great. Now my question on this one is, well, it's a good way to learn Thai.
Why?
Well, if you say to the dog, sit. Yeah,
Oh, right.
You're going to have to speak to the dog.
Alaiwa.
Alaiwa. What are you saying?
Yeah, okay. But I didn't think of that one. But a lot of the commands that it knows in Thai, you probably don't want to use anyway.
Sniff.
Sniff, yeah. Bring him down.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, but I just think that these dogs should be rewarded for a long service.
I think so.
And they should be treated like officers,
humans.
humans.
I've got a dog, and he's must be hitting about 14, 15.
The poodle thing. Oh,
yeah.
he's lovely.
Not a poodle, yeah. He's
looks
like
like
a terrier, yeah. And basically he'll pass away at some point. And we've decided that we're not going to go for the pedigrees and all this stuff. We'll go to somewhere like this, where you're giving that dog a chance, Do the dog pound or something like that, yeah.
Glad you mentioned that, because if you get like a mongrel, a bit of a street dog in there as well, they are not so susceptible. What's the word?
Susceptible.
I said it right first time. To the diseases that some of these hybrid, things have. And I know that from experience and from friends. They're always going to the vet for this, that, and the other. And I've had a spaniel that had a pedigree as long as your arm, and it had problems, ears, eyes, and everything else.
Right.
But it lived to a grand old age of about 14. Okay, it's fine. But it was a problem.
Right.
But now I've got a half and half joppy, Casper, right? And he's never sick. And his dad, no, not his dad, sorry, the dog we had before, goodness me, I've forgotten his name. I'm going to get killed by the missus. Bugsy. He died at 17.
Right.
He went to the vet about twice. in his whole life. And the early ones were the puppy injections. Never sick, and we know half of him because he was our female dog, but we don't know the other half. And she was white and he was black. So I keep looking for black stray dogs around at the time, thinking that could be your daddy. But what I'm saying is they seem to be stronger, their immune system.
Right, okay.
Yeah, good point. Okay, anyway, there's a number here. It's 0, well, you see the number below. You could give them a call saying, you know, the auctions are finished, but you never know. They may point you in the right direction. It's a good deed.
Yes,
because these dogs do deserve a reward, and you would give it a nice, loving home, and I think that's nice.
Yeah, and if there's any bombs in your house, they're handy.
Well, you know, exactly. And of course, there's drugs and everything else. They're trained for different things. I don't think a bomb dog can sniff out cocaine. I think you need to be a dog on a cocaine dog, if you say that. But here's a picture of two sniffer dogs. I think it's on the BTS or somewhere like that. They've sniffed out someone's pork sausages, which they're not supposed to do. Right. If you're a cinema buff, you may know the indie, you know, all the independent thing is. Cinema House on RCA, it's moving to Sam Yan, and they've got a big film buffet, as they say. When I read this, I thought they were doing a buffet with the films, but no, it's a film buffet, a Jimmy Buffett. Right, so it's moving. Its larger new home is in Sam Yan, and it's going to move in September after 15 years at the old place. So these type of movies, I think you like these type of movies. Black and white with subtitles.
It isn't black and white with subtitles.
So I bet you there's some
indie movies,
Yeah, I bet some are black and white and have subtitles.
Well, I mean, some of the indie movies are excellent. Yeah, they're really, really good. So, well, what I'd like to do is maybe we can find out if there's a website or something like that.
Well, the new cinema, which is called House Sam Yan, will continue its mission to offer audiences alternative choices for entertainment, like black and white films with subtitles. No. You can believe anything I read from a piece of paper. With more screens than before, 3 rather than 2, however, ticket prices will go up. And to celebrate its new home, House Sam Yan has announced a film buffet promotion. Members the film as they like, but they can watch as many as they like between October the 7th and 31st of October, when 150 international films will each screen once. Membership usually costs 500 baht, but anyone who applies before August the 31st gets a discounted price of 399.
Right, okay.
Oh, great.
That's good, yes.
Well, it is if you like that sort of thing. I used to write for a magazine of What's On, and there was a major page on all this indie stuff and all this, and that's how I know the name of that cinema house. Okay, cinema house, goodness me. Right, that movie theatre. Okay, now that led us on to recommended TV series. I've just finished watching The Loudest Voice, starring Russell Crowe, who plays Roger Ailes. It starts a year before Fox News got on live.
Right.
So he was pinched from somewhere. A bit of a pervert, I have to say. But Russell Crowe, God, whether he actually looks old and fat, because I couldn't see much makeup and all that.
Well, you're not supposed to see the makeup.
There's a picture, well, I know, but you normally can tell when people are made up a bit, right? You can tell, right? That, that's a bit of makeup. Did you forget
your rouge today, did you?
But you know what I'm saying, when they got the plastic around the end of it. Yeah. Anyway, there's a picture of him there, and you can see, he looks very distinguished and really looks like the original Roger Ailes. Right. Anyway, it's a 8-part series. It's out on Netflix, Showtime. It's how Fox started and the running of Fox for 20 years.
Right, okay.
And, you know, don't forget CBS with NBC and all that, and Microsoft had taken... Cable news was a new thing for everybody.
Right.
But they were going before Fox started.
Okay.
All right, so that's called The Loudest Voice.
Okay.
And what do you have to offer on this lovely day?
Well, this is more around about Netflix. I've watched The Last Tsars, which is all about the
I've just
Tsar.
watched it.
Right.
Just finished it.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Documentary style,
yeah,
right?
very, very good. I'd recommend that. There's another one called Animal Kingdom, which is about a young guy who his mother dies and he's taken in by another part of the family, and they're into drugs and things like that. It's great if you're into that kind of thing. And
what drugs?
Yeah, well, no, not into drugs, no. Into the story, and it's very active, and it's good, I must admit. But it's quite energising. You get a little bit stressed watching it.
What's it called?
It's called Animal Kingdom.
All right. And it's not a cartoon.
It's not a cartoon, no.
Right.
There's another one called Trapped. Now, Trapped is all about this guy. Somewhere in, is it Sweden or somewhere like that? Anyway, but they're in this area where Iceland, it's in Iceland, and they're in this area which is basically cut off because of snows and things like that. It's in the middle of nowhere, and it is in Icelandic, but
doing well.
And so that you've got the subtitles there.
Subtitles,
but
is it in black and white?
They also have voiceover, yeah. And to be honest, they did it really well.
I mean, dubbed.
Yes, yes, but the guys also end up speaking English sometimes within it because of the storyline. Yeah, very, very good. I watched the first series. I was questioning marking it, but it took me on to the second series.
What's it called?
Trapped.
Okay.
It's on Netflix.
You know, because in Iceland there's a lot of snow and it's all dark 6 months of the year, so there's a lot of black and white going on. So this is a black and white film with subtitles.
Another one, Peaky Blinders, that's starting in September.
Yeah.
Right.
If you don't know Peaky Blinders, you're a treat because you can download all the other ones because it's on series 4 or 5, season 4
Something
or 5.
like that, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then the movie that they brought out on Netflix, which are generally, Netflix movies are okay generally, but this one is actually very good. And it's called The Red Sea Diving Resort. And it's all about taking Somalian Jews, yeah, and getting them out and taking them to Israel and all the problems they face. Very good movie.
Is it in English?
It's in English, yeah. Very well done, yeah.
Okay, it's in colour.
I wouldn't remember otherwise.
You've done well, mate. I only got one. But that's a Zaz thing. I love it because it's dramatised, but are those like professor lecturers and that real or actors? You know, when it goes to they're telling you about the history and things. Are they real lecturers?
I think they are, yes they are.
You know, because it crossed my mind they weren't.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so, all right, so you've got the drama part, and then every now and then you've got an historian from the London something university, and he says, that studied it, right?
Yeah.
And he'll tell you things in bits and pieces. It goes through a whole Russian Revolution.
Yeah, but also, don't forget
a
that
twat,
the British royal family has strong links.
I know, Prince Philip.
Yeah.
Well, we've got German and all our heritage as well.
That's right.
Heritage. Yeah, absolutely. All right, now if you'd like to send comments in to our show, all nice please, then you can do so. Just leave the message under this video if you're watching it on YouTube. If not, Facebook the normal way.
Yeah.
You've got something to say, say it.
Yep.
Like these people did. Aussie Thai Bangkok, referring to the smart van story we did the other day. No, he didn't say much. He just said, loved it, found it very funny. Thank you. 77 Mazinga, referring to the Thai food blind tasting. Don't forget we're doing these series. If you haven't watched one yet, then they're there to watch. He said that rice cracker sounds delicious, and you like that, didn't you?
Yes.
I forgot what it was now. Was that a white ricey thing?
Yes.
A rice cracker?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably that one then. Now, I get a bit lost here, but you can help me out. Trevor Rolston commented via our Facebook page, was at the House of Fun. That has immigration, right? The House of Fun in Changwatana last week for the annual visa. They asked about the TM30 and were happy enough with a print screenshot of our pending application done by the owner. Okay. So the owner filled it in, but didn't...
but it hadn't been approved because of some delays in getting...
So he took a screenshot of it?
Yeah, I think that's sensible.
He did say he thought the purpose of this whole TM30 process was to find tax dodgers, i.e. those not declaring rental income.
I'm sure that's part of it.
Well, remember about... You see, the government do know what they're doing. About 8 months ago, there was all that clampdown on hotels that weren't official hotels, in Pattaya mainly. Yeah. All those little Airbnbs out straight away, but all these little places that a lot of foreigners stayed at because they're cheap and they're above pubs and things. I always thought they were, some of them, quite nice, a good idea, got breakfast and everything. They weren't paying tax, you see. So,
yes, that's right.
So there we go. One more. Jamie Weir has commented about the smart van again. He says, we thought that was hilarious, Andy. Andy, a teacher. Well, I was going on about teachers in the old days being like backpackers. I'm sure it didn't mean to offend anyone. I'm sure I didn't offend Jamie here. He thought it was funny. And Johnny Squires asked, just followed you guys on Facebook. Thank you, Johnny Squires. Have you done any other shows? Well, you can explain.
Well, what we've got, you can see all the shows on our YouTube channel, which is ChitChat Now.
Even playlists are there.
Yeah, there's a playlist there. Yeah. And also, probably for the past 2-3 months, I was actually uploading directly to Facebook. So there's some videos on our Facebook page under the video section.
But if you want to see really everything, get to the YouTube channel, subscribe. You've got to become you've got to join it, log in. So, but your Google account does that. And by doing that, it gives you loads more stuff. Like you can watch a video halfway through, leave it and come back to it 3 days later, and it carries on from where you left off.
I do that.
Yeah, and a good thing about YouTube is if you go down the bottom, there's a little sort of square thing. Press that, you have subtitles. So if they're not the best in the world, but if you're not an English speaker, but you can handle English pretty well, but we may be talking too fast to can't understand what we're saying, then maybe you can read the subtitle and make it a little bit clearer.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So also we had a comment from John Watson. Thanks very much, John. For fun viewing, well done. Right, so that's
all
these.
positive stuff.
And then the final thing is the Edinburgh Festival.
I forgot about
and there is the funniest joke. So I'll just read out three of them.
Do you want to stand up for these like a comedian?
No. Okay. I am not a very good joke teller.
Oh, well, then I better do it. I'll do one.
Right, you do one. Yeah. So this is one from Olaf Falafel, and he won for the best joke. He says, I keep randomly shouting out broccoli and cauliflower. I think I might have florets.
Brilliant. I like that one. If you don't know what florets is, Tourette's, look it up.
Someone stole my antidepressants. However, they are, I hope...
Oh, you're not good at this,
Someone stole my antidepressants. Whoever they are, I hope they're happy.
And I don't get this last one, to be honest, but I'll read it. What's driving Brexit? From here, it looks like it's probably the Duke of Edinburgh.
That is good.
I don't get it.
No, the Duke of Edinburgh was driving and he crashed. There was a story about the Duke of Edinburgh driving his car and he crashed and he hurt somebody. There's a whole palaver about it.
Well, I'm glad I read that one out.
Right.
Yeah, is there went down like a ton of bricks.
Any more? I think that's probably enough for them,
probably
isn't it?
enough, yeah. Well, you're absolutely right. You can't tell jokes. No.
I can't. My problem is I laugh at one joke before I finish them.
He used to promote comedy clubs as well. Okay. Is that it?
That's it.
All right, if you haven't subscribed, please smash that subscribe button, like and share. And for those who have and do everything that we ask, thank you very much. Kapkuma krap. Is that it?
That's it.
See you next time on Bangkok Chit Chat. Bye-bye.